Hey there, beautiful souls. Welcome to the eve of the summer solstice. In other areas of the world, it's already happening, so happy summer solstice. But for those of you who are here in this timeline of it being the eve of the summer solstice, today's energy is truly a sacred threshold. A sacred threshold of illumination, of embodiment, of grounding, visibility, but most importantly, a sacred preparation for your expansion. So don't scroll past this because you're not going to want to miss what Spirit has in store for you. So let's dive into this. Right now in this energy, Spirit is guiding you. Spirit is guiding you to stand in the threshold of your becoming, okay? Because right now, the light within you is rising. It is rising around you. And so Spirit is saying, take this time to be still. Take this time to pause. Take this time to really allow the light to expand, but to fully anchor in. Okay, we're gonna dive into the cards. Before I hopped on, I had 4 questions that were presented to me. So I'm gonna look over here because I was afraid I wasn't gonna remember them. We're gonna start off with my Intuitive Kipperish deck, and we're gonna ask Spirit, what truth is being illuminated in the eve of this summer solstice? Okay, so thank you, Spirit. Thank you, angels. Thank you to the collective of the highest vibrations. Okay, so this is the truth that is being illuminated. Transition, rest in peace, old life, the old patterns, the old ways of doing things, the living in the illusions of being limited, removing, dissolving, laying to rest the illusions of scarcity and lack. Spirit is saying this is a sacred transition, a sacred preparation of no longer living the way that you used to live, no longer living in the scarcity and lack. Spirit is saying the seeds that you have planted of your manifestations, they are anchored. They are blooming. They are growing. Okay. We've got number 19. So 1 + 9 is 10. This is about brand new beginnings. You are fulfilling your soul's destiny and your soul's purpose. Now, if we break down the numbers, 9, rest in peace. This is about releasing and leaving the old behind. It no longer exists. And it's through this releasing, number 1, is breakthroughs coming in physically, mentally, emotionally, spiritually. For some of you with the spiritual breakthrough, this is throat chakra on up that is really expanding, okay? But Spirit's saying the truth that is being illuminated is that the old way of living no longer exists. The way that you thought you had to, you used to be, sorry, I'm spiritually stroking out. You used to be in the mindset of this or this, but you're going to understand what this truth is illuminating is that you can have this and this and this and this, because there's something here about you're no longer holding on to the limiting beliefs and the programming that were taught into you, that even as adults, where people try to teach that. So Spirit is saying that brand new beginnings are coming. It's through this transition, the truth that is being illuminated as the old life is rest in peace. Rest in peace, okay? So the next question I have is, what no longer needs to be carried into this next season? What no longer needs to be carried into this next season? So thank you, Spirit. Thank you, angels of the highest vibrations. Okay. What no longer, and we have a couple cards here. We've got 3 cards. So this is what no longer needs to be carried. False narratives. Spirit is saying the false narratives of no longer living in those limitations, no longer living in the life that people expect you or think you should be living in because they haven't done their own healing. Spirit is saying what's being left behind is projection of no longer taking on other people's projections and living in that. So the false narratives, what no longer is the false narratives of scarcity and lack, of being limited. And for some of you, Spirit is saying it was very heavily programmed, especially within the maternal line. Spirit is saying that's not going to be carried over. It's because of the work that you've done. Okay. So you've done, and I'm going to break this down because Spirit is having me focus on the colors. The work that you've done, you've really dropped into that heart center. And with the false narratives no longer being held onto, purple, higher states of consciousness, third eye, crown chakra, really expanding. But Spirit is saying this white shirt, you went through a deep purification, which ignited the crown and third eye, which really allowed unconditional love in that heart center. Like you undeniably now have complete faith and trust in your worth and your value. Okay, we've got the brown hair. Spirit is saying this is about getting grounded. This is about you, like as above is below. So with this energy right now, with this threshold, this is about grounding above and below, like really grounding in to the higher states of consciousness, really trusting and believing in the unknown, in the unseen. Because that third eye crown chakra, for some of you, you've already experienced like little glimpses of your third eye opening. Okay, we've got number 89, you guys. 89 is a manifestation number. That is the manifestation number. So know that when you see number 89, the things that you're manifesting, they are coming in. That the false narrative of you not receiving those manifestation, Spirit is saying when you see number 89, this is a validation that abundance and prosperity, it is coming through because you are no longer living in the scarcity and lack. You are no longer living in the programmings, in the teachings of being limited, of only having this or this. You're understanding, you're stepping into a new chapter of, yes, I'm receiving this and this and this. Okay, so what no longer needs to be carried into this this season is we have house and money. And what I'm hearing with this, what no longer needs to be carried is once again the illusion of the programming of not having enough money, not being able to have the home that you desire. This could be physical home, but Spirit is saying this is your internal home. Okay, so it's the false narratives. Spirit just saying the false narratives, the old programming, the limiting beliefs of that you wouldn't be able to have a home and money without family, without a partner. Spirit is saying that what's no longer is that false narrative, and what you're stepping into is actual money. What you're stepping into is that dream home, that dream home that you've been manifesting, done, being delivered. That money coming in. Why? Because you're no longer living in that false narrative. And then we have number 11. So once again, breakthroughs are coming. Physically, mentally, emotionally, spiritually, and financially, okay? And with the house, we've got number 20. Everything is falling into alignment with this reset, with this sacred threshold, with this sacred preparation of expansion, okay? So I love this. So what no longer is being carried, the false narrative of not having enough money, of not having your dream home, but not I just keep hearing like you were programmed to believe that your home couldn't be happy unless someone was taking care of you. There's something here about deep ancestral, like you can't have this without this. And I know for me, this truly does resonate, but Spirit is saying, what is no longer coming in is the false narrative, is the illusions of the old programming of not having enough money, of not having a healthy home life, of not having that dream life and dream home. Spirit is saying that is coming in. That's what the sacred preparation is. It's getting you prepared, because part of this expansion, yes, it is very internal, because when we allow deep healing in our internal world, we allow for internal sacred wealth. And then that exudes out. And Spirit is saying that is what is right. Your inner light is rising up, that it's spilling over into the external world, busting through the false narratives, busting through the illusions, and bringing in those manifestations. Okay. So our next question I want to ask Spirit is, where are we being guided to stand in confidence, to stand with our soul alignment? So thank you, angels. Oh my God. First card fell out right away. Where are you being asked to stand in greater confidence? Beautiful soul, it's in this threshold, this spiritual strength. That is what this is. Spirit is saying someone, once again, has done a lot of heart healing, which is igniting the solar plexus, is where we keep our inner strength, our inner guidance, our worth, and our value. And it's through this releasing the old, no longer living in the past, okay? And so you're being asked to stand in the heart, in heart center, standing in your worth and your value, okay? But at the same time, it's through the heart, it's through that solar plexus, you are igniting the third eye crown chakra. Why? Because you're no longer allowing those limiting beliefs and the old programmings, the things that were taught into you. Like, you're having undeniable faith and trust in your inner guidance system, in the visions, in dream state, in your connection with your higher self. Okay, so the next question is, what part of me is ready to stop hiding from the light? You guys, when Spirit gave me this question, I was like, woo! So this card is going to show us what part of us is ready to stop hiding from the light. Okay, here we go. The obstacles and challenges, the changes. What Spirit is saying is what you're ready. Okay, Spirit is saying what is ready to stop hiding from the light is the illusions that the obstacles and challenges are meant to hold you back. And Spirit is saying what this light is illuminating is understanding that those obstacles and challenges were there to help you break yourself free. I just heard personal freedom, spiritual freedom, financial freedom. And we've got number 5, purple again, crown chakra. The knowledge, the wisdom, returning to your true divine essence. But Spirit is saying it is what is stop hiding is your vision to create the things that you're manifesting, the things that you're building. Spirit is saying this is about no longer hiding them. What you're creating and building, this energy of this eve of the summer solstice, through this expansion, through this sacred threshold, is really to expand the crown chakra, third eye, to really bust through those obstacles and challenges. Spirit is saying the only one that can hold you back is you. So whatever it is you're creating and building, beautiful soul, Spirit is saying it is time. It is time for it to be in the external light. It's been in the internal light. You've nurtured it. You've planted the seeds. You loved it. You created it. You birthed it. Now it's time to let the world see it. This is 5. This is about positive change, because what you're creating and what you're building, Spirit is saying it does have a positive effect on other people. Once again, we're all mirror images of each other. So know that when you're creating what you're building, and you share it with others, it inspires others to remove their obstacles, their challenges. Spirit is saying it is through the crown and the third eye chakra that you're gaining extreme clarity with your soul's mission, with your soul's purpose, but most importantly, your worth and your value. Spirit is saying you've been working a long time planting these seeds and planting these gardens. It is time to receive. But Spirit is saying you wouldn't, without these obstacles and challenges, you wouldn't have gained the wisdom. You wouldn't have gained the clarity and the knowledge. Okay, so I just want to see if there's anything else that Spirit would like to show us. Anything else that needs to, that you would like to just share with us for the highest and greatest good. You're creating firm foundations. Once again, this energy too. Earlier, Spirit saying this is a sacred threshold of grounding. And it's through these obstacles and challenges that you busted through, you have dismantled, you have disrupted the limiting beliefs and old programming that what you're creating now, what you're building, your manifestations are grounded. They are grounded and secured. But most importantly, Spirit is saying, as you are taking in this light, this is about going slow and steady. This is about fully anchoring into the integration of your true divine self. Really anchoring in that security and stability that you have created. We've got number 4. Spirit is saying you are protected. You are divinely and heavily protected. Security and stability, safety, it is yours. It's because you created room in your internal world. And now it's going, this firm foundation is going to, I just heard exude, but it's going to spill out into the external world. Spirit is saying it is time for what you're creating. It's time for your voice to be heard. And you are now anchored in that firm foundation of this. So that, my beautiful friends, is the message today. If you are ready to stand in the threshold of your becoming, if you are really ready to anchor into this sacred threshold, put in there, I am ready. Hit the heart, hit the like, put I release, I surrender, I receive. So until we meet again, my beautiful friends, love, light, and many, many blessings.